What's up guys, my name's Brandon and today we're going to be unboxing the brand new Apple Watch Series 7 in both 41 and 45 millimeter variants, and we're going to be comparing the size to see which one is best for you. We're also going to be going through the setup process. We're going to talk about the Apple Watch bands and just cover everything new with the Apple Watch Series 7 this year compared to the Series 6 and also even compared to the Series 3, because I think those are going to be the main people that are going to be upgrading those from the Series 3 or Series 4. Anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. So first off, we have 5 new colors this year for the aluminum model of Apple Watch. So we have a all new green color, we have a new shade of blue and a new shade of red. We also have midnight and starlight. So midnight replaces the black color and starlight replaces the silver and gold color. It's kind of a combination of the two. It's more like a silverish white though. And then as far as the pricing goes, the pricing starts at $399 for the 41 millimeter and $429 for the 45 millimeter. And of course, prices go up if you want the stainless steel or the titanium casing, and also if you want to add cellular to the watch. And then I did also go ahead and get the graphite stainless steel Milanese loop right here as well, which we'll be looking at here in a moment. All right, so let's go ahead and flip it around to the back, and we're going to start with the unboxing of the 45 millimeter midnight aluminum case Apple Watch Series 7. So the packaging looks the same. Really the only way you're going to be able to tell it's a Series 7 is by just the verbiage right there. So let's go ahead and unbox this. It's the same unboxing, experience as we've had previously. So we have the really cool graphics inside. We do have the Apple Watch band right here. The one I got for this is the Sport Band, and this one is in the dark cherry color, so a pretty interesting choice. I just wanted to get one that was kind of off the wall. And here is the Apple Watch Series 7. So let's go ahead and unbox this. And just like with the iPhones, we have these peel tabs on both sides. We just need to peel off both of these tabs, and then let's go ahead and take the top off. It's always a little bit more difficult than the iPhones. And here we go, we have the Apple Watch Series 7. So notice something new here once we unbox this Apple Watch Series 7. So right underneath of the paperwork right here, we have an all new charger. So this year we don't get a charging block, but we get an Apple Watch charger that now uses USB-C. So if we take this off, you'll see it's a USB-C charger for the Apple Watch, and this is going to lead to 33% faster charging times. So the Apple Watch is going to charge 33% faster than it did with the Series 6. Now, obviously the big downside is that it does not come with a block. So you will need a USB-C charging block, which if you don't have one, that could be kind of a pain to go ahead and have to buy that as well. But I feel like most people nowadays do have a USB-C charging block. And then here is the Apple Watch Series 7. So it's enclosed in this papery material. I'm not sure what this material is, but on the back here, you can see it does show 45 millimeter. Let's go ahead and take this out. Also, you can see on the digital crown, we do have a little red outline, which does indicate this is a GPS plus cellular model. So the regular GPS model will not have the little red accent on the digital crown right there. Just go ahead and poke this out of this little packaging. So it is booting up there. And on first impression, it doesn't look any bigger than the 44 millimeter, which we have right here. So this is the 44 millimeter on the left. This is the Series 6, and of course Series 5 over here on the right hand side. So we're going to set this up in a minute, but just overall first impressions, it doesn't look too much different, but I'm sure it will look different once we actually get into the watch. So we'll check that out here in a moment. All right, so now we're going to move on to the 41 millimeter Apple Watch Series 7, and you can see here, this one is the graphite stainless steel with the Abyss Blue Sport Band. So the 41 millimeter in stainless steel. I want to compare the size of these two and also compare the stainless steel to the aluminum. So let's go ahead and unbox this. The packaging looks the exact same. You can see here, everything is the same between the stainless steel and the aluminum. Here's that Abyss Blue Sport Band, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to use the Milanese band right here in the stainless steel color. Let's go ahead and peel off these tabs just like we did the first time around and take the top off. So the packaging is the exact same as the 45 millimeter aluminum Apple Watch Series 7. We have that same USB-C charging cable inside. And then here is the stainless steel 41 millimeter Series 7 Apple Watch, the face. So you can see there it shows 41 millimeter, and also the encasing right here is white instead of black like it was on the other model. And then it actually pulls out quicker than the other one as well, or easier than the aluminum model as well. I don't know if that's a difference in the material or what, but it was a little bit easier to pull out. So you can see here, these are both going to be the GPS plus LTE models. So you can see there we have the red accent on the side of both, on the dial right there. So I love the look of the stainless steel. I mean, it looks so much more premium. And fun fact, I've actually never had a stainless steel Apple Watch. This is my first year getting one, and I love the look of it. You can see here on the back the size difference in the sensors from the 45 to the 41. Let me put it on this side so it's easier to compare. You can see from left to right. So 41 millimeter, 45 millimeter, that is what it looks like on the back. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and boot this one up as well. And we're going to compare the size, and we're gonna go through the setup and things like that. So let me go ahead and get all of this unboxing material out of the way. And while we're waiting on that, I do wanna go ahead and check out this Milanese loupe right here. This is the graphite color, the graphite stainless steel Milanese loupe. So this one looked really cool. I want to see how this looks with that stainless steel. Oh man, I love the way this looks. This is going to look really good with that stainless steel Apple Watch. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on in a minute once we go through the setup process and once we compare the size of these two watches. All right, so I will say that after I've seen more content actually shown on the screen, the more it shows like the Apple Watch on the setup screen right here, I can actually tell a difference in the screen. So it seems like the screen goes more over on the edges. So we do have a 20% larger screen on the Series 7 compared to the Series 6, which I have right here. So the screen is going to be 20% larger, and it's actually 50% larger than the Series 3 Apple Watch. So the screen is going to be a huge upgrade if you upgrade from the Series 3. We also have the always-on display. We have the most durable glass on any Apple Watch and all of those good things. We have the same sensors on the back though, so you're not going to get any additional sensors this year over the Series 6. But anyways, let's go ahead and start up the setup process. So we're going to start up the Series 7 and the 45 millimeter. So that's going to be the main one I'm mostly going to like. So let's go ahead and set this up. I'm going to bring my phone over right here. We're going to go into the Apple Watch application. I already have my Series 6 in here. So we're just going to tap on all watches and add watch. So we can add a second watch right here, set up for myself. And you can see we're getting our little code here on both of these phones, but I'm going to do this for the 45 millimeter first. We're going to go ahead and scan that code. There we go. It says your Apple Watch is paired. And then here you get the option to restore from a backup or set up as a new Apple Watch. I'm just going to set mine up as a new Apple Watch to make this quick. And then we get the prompt for shared settings, which tells us we're going to share the settings with our iPhone for things like location services, Find My iPhone, and things like that. Let's tap on OK. We're going to choose our text size. So I like to keep mine as the default, but you can make that larger or smaller if you want to. Actually, I might do it up a little notch right there since we do have that bigger screen. So you can always set this up later if you want to, but I'm going to set mine up right now. Let's continue on that. We're going to set our passcode if we want to. I'm not going to add a passcode at this time. And then you get the prompt to enable automatic software updates if you want to. I like doing mine manually, so I'm going to install my software updates manually. Emergency SOS, you definitely want to set this up. We're going to tap on continue. And then if you bought the cellular watch, this is where you'll see the setup prompt to set up your cellular service and add it to your plan. I'm just going to do not now. We get the prompt for the always on display. So we're going to tap on continue, install available apps. If you want to install all the apps from your iPhone onto your Apple Watch, you can do that right here. I'm going to just choose to do that later. Then you get the option to either choose a grid view or a list view for how you see your apps on your Apple Watch. So I personally like the grid view much better. So we're going to stick to that. Tap on continue. And now it's going to sync up your Apple Watch. Of course, this will take a long time if you did the install application. So if you chose to install all the apps from your iPhone to your Apple Watch, this will take quite a while. If you did not, this may not take very long at all, maybe a couple of minutes. So let's just wait it out. And you can see we do have the little progress bar right here on the Apple Watch as well to tell us when it's going to be done. And while we're waiting on that 45 millimeter watch to go ahead and sync up, we're going to go ahead and set up the 41 millimeter stainless steel Apple Watch right here with my iPhone 13. So we're going to go ahead and tap on start pairing, set up for myself, and we're going to go ahead and scan that code just like we did the first time around. So there we go, your Apple Watch is paired, and we're gonna go through the exact same setup process. Although if you are setting this up for the first time, you will get some additional options like your wrist preference and things like that. So you could choose if you use it on the left or the right wrist. I use it on the left, so I'll select that. But almost everything else is going to be the same as it was on the first time around, the first setup we did for the 45 millimeter watch. So here is the size difference between the 41 millimeter and the 45 millimeter Apple Watch Series 7. You can see this is what it looks like on the lock screen right here. And then here's what it looks like on the home screen, the grid view. that is the difference in size. So the 45 millimeter actually looks a decent bit bigger than the Series 6, which was a 44 millimeter Apple Watch. So I'm not sure if this is going to be able to do it justice, but it does look a good bit bigger here, which is crazy because it's just 1 millimeter, but we do have, a decrease in the bezel right there. So you can see this is the Series 6 right here, 44 millimeter, Series 7 in the 45 millimeter. So pretty decent increase in the display size, again 20% bigger, but I really like the 41 millimeter Apple Watch Series 7 this year. So I don't think it's too small. This is the first time I've ever had an Apple Watch. I've had every one since the Series 3, and this is the first time where I do not feel like the smaller Apple Watch is too small for my wrist. I always thought it was kind of girly on my wrist, but this year, I actually wouldn't mind the 41 millimeter. I think I still do prefer the 45 just because I like that big display. I think it looks a lot more, masculine and just looks better in my opinion. But the 41 millimeter does not look bad at all, especially if you have a small wrist. The 41 millimeter is going to be plenty for you. And again, I really do like the stainless steel. If you can afford to get stainless steel, I would definitely go that route. It looks a lot more premium, especially when you pair it with like a stainless steel band like this one right here. And then I did also want to go ahead and check out the keyboard. So for the first time, we have a full QWERTY keyboard on the Apple Watch here with the Series 7, and that's thanks to that bigger display right here. So I want to go ahead and see what that looks like on both of these right here. So let's go ahead and tap on that, and you can see the difference in the keyboard right there. So both have the full keyboard. I mean, you really get the full keyboard on both. Of course, the letters will be bigger on the 45 millimeter just because we have that extra space with the bigger display. But you can see there, it's going to be easy to type on both. You could do a swipe to type, or if you just want to tap each letter, you could do that as well. So that is the size difference between those on the full-size keyboard here as well. And I can already see this being one of my favorite features, if not my favorite feature this year with the Series 7 compared to the Series 6, because really, there's really not that many differences at all. I mean, that's one of them, but again, we do also have faster charging, and that's pretty much it. We have the same battery life, all the same sensors and everything. So the Series 6 compared to the Series 7, I don't know why I'm pointing to that as the Series 6. This is the Series 6 right here. The Series 6 versus Series 7 is going to be very similar, but then again, most people going to upgrade this year to the Series 7 do not have a Series 6. Now, another popular Apple Watch right now is the Apple Watch SE. So this is the SE in the 40 millimeter. So you can see how it compares here to the 41 and the 45 millimeter Apple Watch Series 7. So let's see how it looks compared to that 41 millimeter Apple Watch Series 7. So you can see that display, even though it's just a 1 millimeter difference from 40 to 41, you can see a nice difference there. And even when we go to the grid view right here, you can see a difference. That screen just looks a lot bigger. And that's because it is. Again, it's much bigger this year on the Series 7 just because of the reduction in the bezel. And of course, all of the watch bands will fit with the Series 7 this year, just like they did with the Series 6. So if you have a watch band from the Series 3, you can still use that here on the Series 7. Of course, the sizing could be a little bit smaller though. You can see here, this is a 45 millimeter watch band for a 41 millimeter, and it will stick out a little bit, but these bands are always really easy to, switch in and out. You just press this button on the back right here, and then once you're pressing down on that, you can just slide out like that, and it takes the watch band out very easily, and you can just mix and match these however you want to. And then also another little trick to remember when putting on your watch band is to make sure this flat silver part right here lines up with the watch dial right here. So we're going to go ahead and put this in just like so, and you'll hear the little click just like that, and then put this part down at the bottom just like so, and you will see it's lined up properly. There we go. So we have all of these set up now. So we're going to put these in order from smallest to largest, just so you guys can see a difference in the size. So this is the 40 millimeter Apple Watch SE. This is the 41 millimeter Apple Watch Series 7. This is the 44 millimeter Apple Watch Series 6. And this is the 45 millimeter Apple Watch Series 7. So that is a little size comparison of all of those watches right here. My personal favorite, of course, is always going to be the biggest one, which is the 45 millimeter Apple Watch Series 7. And again, it's just a 1 millimeter difference between these two, but the size of the screen is 20% bigger just because of the reduction in bezel. But again, this is the first time I actually like the 41mm as well, and would consider it if it was the only one in stock, but luckily they had a 45mm as well. Now I did also want to show you guys the exclusive new watch face here for the Series 7. So if we tap and hold right here and then tap on the plus, you can see right away it says new watch faces right here. If we tap on that, you can see we have the Contour watch face. So we also have the Modular Duo, we have the Portraits, which is new in watchOS 8, and all these different ones right here. But Contour is going to be the new Apple Watch face for the Series 7. So if we tap on that, you can see this is what it looks like. You could choose if you want it to be regular or rounded. I kind of like the rounded right there. We could change our dial color. So whatever dial color you want, I like mine to be just like that. We could change the color. So you could change between all these different colors. I want like maybe like a grayish color, like a grayish silver. Let's see if we can find that. Or maybe actually cream. I like cream. So let's go ahead and stick with cream right there. We could change our complication. So you can have the date right there. You have this one as well for your activity if you want that to be added in there. I actually want to remove that just because I want it to be very simple, just with the date and the time, just like a real watch. Let's go ahead and keep that just like so. And there we go. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like now on the wrist. So I think that looks really good. Very minimal. I'm a big fan of it. Of course, it's not going to be for everybody, but I love the look of this new Apple Watch face here on the Series 7. And also take a look at the animation when it dims like that. And then when I go ahead and flick my wrist up, you can see the little animation of the numbers right there. I really like that small touch. So anyways, guys, there you have it. That is my unboxing, setup, and size comparison of the Apple Watch Series 7 in both 41 and 45mm variants in stainless steel and also in aluminum. So let me know down in a comment below which size you guys prefer, and also if you prefer the aluminum or the stainless steel. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up, and also make sure to subscribe for a lot more Apple Watch coverage. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.